Depression is not built to stop you. Depression is built to make you become your better, best version of yourself ever, okay? Whatever obstacle is put in front of you, you can beast mode that. God didn't put nothing in front of you that you can't handle, depression included. All right, you guys? What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tatiana Noel, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm bringing you part 2 to the Understanding Depression, and we're going to be talking about how to find your strength during bouts of depression / how to find your coping mechanisms. I just kind of put these two together because it's kind of the same, like finding your strength, finding your coping mechanism, however you so choose to view it. It just helps you get through the battles of depression that I don't want to say that are inevitable, rather that are likely to visit you during your lifetime. So if you're like me and you need to find strength during your bouts of depression because it gets real, then I definitely recommend this video for you. But before we get into that, go ahead, pause this video and give it a big thumbs up right now because it's gonna be some good tea. Subscribe to my channel, comment below, and stay tuned because we're gonna get right on into it. All right, you guys, Lego. Before we get into this video, I want to give you guys a warning. Depression is real, and what I'm about to talk about is going to require you to actually be stronger than your emotions. I know that depression is like a chemical imbalance in the body, so it really does pull on your emotions, but you have to have the mental strength to know that this is just a moment that you're going through and that you'll see brighter days, and that like you have to employ that strength deep down in your gut that is not readily available right now because depression is so prevalent in your life. It's so prevalent in your moment right now. So I just wanted to give this warning that this is not for somebody who's very weak in their depression. I recommend that you surround yourself with loved ones and you surround yourself with people that will look after you because you are weak in your depression. But if you have these bouts of depression and you know you're stronger than them and you know that they just pass like weather, like seasons, and you just have to deal with it, or you have to figure out what's causing it so you can grow above it, this is for you. But just proceed with caution. You know, be mindful of who you are and where you are in your depression, and do what's necessary and right for you, okay? Let's go. The first tip that I have for you guys is to not be so stubborn in your depression. Okay, let me explain. So when I first started admitting to myself that I had bouts of depression and I like felt it, you know, I always in the back of my head would hear like I would want to go listen to music, or I would want to get in the car and go for a ride, but because I was depressed, I would do this kind of like, I'm not doing anything, I don't feel like it. Like I would have this kind of like almost like a pity party, but it was a sabotagery kind of pity party. Like it was like, I'm not doing whatever, I'm not doing this, I don't want to do it, I'm not doing this, I don't want to do it. But ultimately those things that are calling you are things that not only would you be doing if you weren't depressed, those are the things that's going to bring you a piece of happiness or a piece of the grounded you that you need when you're in the state of depression. To you, it might not be the same thing. Maybe to you, it's your hobbies are or what your personal interests are, but it's going to be unique to you. And it's something that, you know, you want to do when you're in a state of depression, but you kind of get into this woe is me type of vibe and you put it off to the side. And if you really look at it, when you come out of your depression, that's probably one of the first things you do. Probably one of the, like for me, when I come out of my depression, I like to have a dance party. Like I literally like to dance. Don't be so stubborn. Don't allow yourself to be mad at your depression. It gets in the way, but it's not there to hurt you. If you watch my first video, you can see how depression helps you grow and become a better version of yourself. But don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be so stubborn when you're in that state of depression. Like, do those things that you kind of want to do, because that's going to bring you peace and solace. The next tip that I have for you guys is to read books. Not books on the Kindle, not books on your iPad, not books on any type of electronic device. I mean physical books. Not only does this pull you away from technology, which we all know social media and just people in our lives can cause a lot of the stress that causes our depression to surface. Okay, you might get to comparing yourself, you might get to having a conversation with that toxic person that you know you should have been cut off. Whatever it is, you have these connections with people and they're on your technology devices. So put those down for a moment and actually read a book. And not only will it pull you away from like technology and just other people, it'll stimulate your mind. And stimulating the mind it might not necessarily put you in a happy perspective, but it puts you in a heightened perspective. And any type of heightened energy will just raise your vibrations. And that's what you ultimately want to do. You want to have a heightened state of vibration. You want to be on a higher level of activity and just living. You want to do anything that's going to raise your vibrations ultimately. And if you want to kick it up a notch, you can read books about your scenarios that's causing your depression, or specifically you can read books on depression, to kind of help you understand maybe yourself and the scenario you're going through. Like if you're somebody who's going through like a relationship issue, you can read like, I don't know, like the Steve Harvey book. Or like there's the Praying Wife book. There's things that you can read. Or if you want to just understand depression and how it chemically works in the body, you can read the science behind depression. Just stimulate your mind and bring yourself to a heightened state of vibration. Tip number 3 is to give yourself your favorite treat. This doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be something that you consume through eating. It can be like shopping. It can be like getting your nails done. It can be something, whatever, but just give yourself your guilty pleasure. That is going to put you in a state of happiness, even if it's just momentary, and you just sigh back into a state of depression. You've had a moment of heightened vibration, so it's like clicking back to yourself, and you're bringing yourself to a higher vibration, and that ultimately is where you want to be. That's where you perform your best at. And so even if the residual effect of that momentary guilty pleasure is just enough to get you to sweep your floor or do your laundry or wash your dishes or play with your dog, you've done something other than just sitting and wallowing in a depressive state of mind. I know, like, when I give myself my guilty pleasure, I can sometimes clean half of my house and then I'm back on the couch, like, before I know it. But I look around and I'm like, oh, half of my house is clean, and then it gives me the momentum to want to clean the rest of my house, So just give yourself your guilty pleasure. Allow yourself to feel happy, even if it's just for a moment, and just understand that you're ticking the little like happy cycle to come back early. The next tip I have for you guys is to talk out the scenario which caused your depression to arise, or talk about how you feel in the depressed state. This will allow you to highlight your triggers and your patterns of depression. If you do this well enough, you can highlight your triggers so that you can learn to avoid them or just not come in contact with them so often, or find coping mechanisms for preventative measures so that you don't allow your triggers to get to you or affect you as deeply to where it puts you in a depressive state. Or, you know, you can just like look at your patterns so that you can understand how you operate in depression, so that you can handle yourself better, or so you can care for yourself better. But just talk out your scenarios, talk about how you feel, talk about what caused you to get there, so that you can understand your depression in a whole. And that way you're not letting it beat you up. You're not letting it just every time it comes around, it blindsides you. Or every time it comes around, it makes you gain 10 pounds because you have no control over how you act in a depressive state, you know? And if you're not comfortable talking about this with yourself because like you feel crazy or whatever, you have therapists, you have friends and family, you have voice recordings that you can go back to. Whoever you talk to, the ultimate goal is to find some sort of healing and or guidance on how to deal with your depression and how to just not let it consume you and to still be in charge, but just dealing with the inevitable waves of life, if you will. The next tip I have for you guys is to get balanced sleep. Sleep and depression, they are kind of integrated in a way. It's a tricky thing. Like, depression makes you want to sleep more, but studies show that if you sleep more, you can cause depression too. Hypersomnia, which is like sleeping too much, and for some reason it just like can stimulate depression in you. I really, honest to God, I don't know enough about it, but I just know like it can, hypersomnia can stimulate depression in you. But some people can have insomnia too, to where their depression causes them to not sleep. And like a double whammy, this is like, sleep is very imperative. Like some people can have it like duality, like hypersomnia and insomnia operating at the same time, and that will lead to bipolar disorder. So it's literally, it's vital to get balanced sleep. It's easy to rely on sleep, or if you're, I'm not like this, I can end up sleeping more when I'm depressed. But it's apparently it's easy to reject sleep as well when you're in a depressed state. You have to, again, use your strength to know when is enough or when is necessary. Sleep is important. Sleep, it neutralizes the brain. Sleep, it resets the organs, it resets the system. Literally over a night's rest, you can wake up and be out of a depressive state, because again, depression is a chemical imbalance in your body, and if sleep neutralizes the system, it allows the neural system to kind of reboot, if you will. Then that can like ultimately like reboot the chemicals in your body to decrease the chemical, whatever chemical it is that creates depression, I guess, you know? So sleep is just very necessary. And then the last tip I have for you guys, this might be a personal pleasure, because maybe this is your guilty pleasure, but I found that this really worked. Watch a comedy skit. Watch something that is going to make you laugh, because we all know laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is literally the best medicine for the soul, you guys. So watch something that's going to make you laugh. Again, these are momentary fixes or momentary additives that'll help you get through bouts of depression. A comedy skit is not like the cure all be all, you know, but it's something that'll get your mind off of your depression, the scenario that caused you to be depressed, or the circumstances around your depression. It'll give you something to focus on, and that is going to give you laughter and increase the endorphins in your body and just have you feeling happy, and again, bring you to a happy state, even if it's momentary. But yeah, watch that comedy skit and just do your body some good. Give your bones some laughter. Like, get that gut-wrenching laugh. Turn on somebody good. You know, I don't know who to recommend. We're all different. You know, find somebody for you, girl. Like, I don't know. But these are the tips that I have for you guys to find your strength during bouts of depression, and or to find your coping mechanisms during bouts of depression. It's very important to understand that if you're somebody who has depression, it can occur out of the blue. So being proactive and understanding yourself and knowing what you like and knowing what makes you happy on a regular basis is definitely a step in finding your coping mechanisms. Just like I said, like, those things that you're being stubborn about, those things that you would normally be doing are probably the things that'll help you and ease you through your bouts of depression. If you watch it all the way until the end, then go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. turn on your post notifications so you can know when I post my next video, and we can go on and get through this thing together, you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video all the way until the end. I really want to keep these videos coming. So talk to me in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are looking for. Let me know if these videos help you. Yeah, I don't know, or just say hi. Just let me know that you're a subscriber, and so that I can thank you, you know. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching all the way until the end. If you made it through until the end, go on ahead and give this video a big thumbs up right now. And if you're not, subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you can know when I post my next video. Okay, you guys? Thank you so much for watching. Depression is not built to stop you. Depression is built to make you become your better, best version of yourself ever, okay? Whatever obstacle is put in front of you, you can beast mode that. God didn't put nothing in front of you that you can't handle, depression included. All right, you guys? Thank you so much for watching my video. I love you.